All right, let's clap it up. Shalom Israel with the ISUPK started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York since 1969. Since 1969, the ISUPK has been teaching blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who you are according to the Bible. You understand? You are the 12 lost tribes of the children of Israel. Since 1969, the ISUPK has been teaching blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who your oppressor is, who your enemy is according to the Bible. You understand? This monster is Esau. He is your oppressor, the one that rule over you. You understand? The one that employ you at your jobs, the one that hires you last and fires you first. You understand? This is your oppressor. This is Esau, the so-called white man. You understand? If you could go get me the book of John, chapter 8, verse 32. Today's the Monday night brotherhood class, and the topic of this class is separate. It's time for us as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to separate from our oppressors. Seeing what they're doing to us again, you understand? They're persecuting us yet again. And while they're doing that, it's time for us to learn to be wise and separate from them and join one to another. Let the two sticks become one again. This is what it's time to do. For Judah and Israel to come back together as one unit like we was before. You understand? And once we come back together, we'll be the strongest nation on the goddamn planet, man. You understand? You got that? No sweat. Take your time. This is a very important thing for us to understand. We've always been stronger together. You understand? It's always been not First John, John. So it'd be Matthew, Mark, Luke, and then John. All right, you got it? All right, hold on. So one thing that's always been important for us to learn, so like a priest, if you could, that blue charger right there, if you could plug that into a bubble shot. It's always been important for us to learn that us separating from our oppressors has always, whoever our oppressors have been in the past, it's always been better to separate because that's always made us stronger in the end. You understand? Versus to joining together. When we join together with, you understand, and we start to follow after their customs, after their culture, that has always weakened us as a nation. Why has it weakened us? Because the Lord decided that He no longer wants to be with us. Because we decide that we want to assimilate ourselves to everybody else. You understand? Yes. But it is time for us to separate from them and join together and serve the Lord properly. You understand? Yes. Stop doing what the hell we want to do and serve the Lord how we're supposed to. You understand? Go ahead and read.
This is the book of John, chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth.
And ye shall what?
Know the truth.
The Lord said, ye shall know the truth. What is the truth? That the so-called people that ICE is abusing right now, these are the children of God. You understand? The so-called Hispanics are the children of the Lord. They belong to the 12 lost tribes of the children of Israel, Yasha Allah in the Hebrew. This is the truth. That the so-called Mexicans, Dominicans, Cubans, Guatemalans, you understand, Brazilians, Colombians, you understand, these are the children of the Lord. You understand? And once you know the truth, go ahead and read.
And the truth shall make you free.
Once you know who you are, you understand, then you'll be free from the lies. We've been told many lies for the past 400 plus years. What America has done, they've been great at lying to us. You understand? And we've been great at receiving and believing their lies. Now it's time to understand and know the truth. The truth is like medicine. You understand? It's like when you got the flu, the truth is like NyQuil. You understand? It's not gonna taste good. You understand? But what it will do is it'll cure you. That's what the truth is for. The truth is to be a cure. It's not supposed to be something that pacify you, make you. It's not to do what the Christian church do. You understand? That's why the Christian church has been so great at stealing your money, because for 400 years we haven't wanted the truth. You understand? But now it's time to learn to digest the truth. It's not going to taste good, but it's for your own good. It's for your benefit. It's for your gain. You understand? Drop that. Give me the book of Zephaniah chapter 2. Matter of fact, get Romans chapter 12. Book of Romans chapter 12. We're going to start at verse 1.
Come on.
Read it nice and strong.
Come on, sir.
Salaki, do anybody got any questions?
Salaki, sir.
Any questions online? Any questions in the room? Go ahead.
Is there any way I can get a breakdown on like how when you die you come back?
When you want to break down on when you die you come back?
Like how does that work, sir?
No sweat. So let's go get some scriptures on that. Here's what happens. Whenever you die, your body goes to the ground. You understand? When your body goes to the ground, your spirit goes to the Lord. Once your spirit goes to the Lord, at that place in the fourth dimension, where the Lord is, at that place you're judged. You understand? After you're judged, you come right back on the earth. You understand? Go ahead, priest.
The Lord choose whether you come up and get judged or you can stay down there for a little while and so much as peace be so much as you sit down there for like 3 years, 2 years, or 100 years, or 500 years, whenever the Lord wants you up and to be judged, that's when you be judged.
That's
so like you could stay down there and you could when the Lord wants you up, you get up. So you elevate to the fourth dimension.
That's a fact. That's the fact. Get a brother a hand. Let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9. Right after Proverbs. This is a good question, young man. It's a good question. A lot of people, in a time of mourning, people need to know that their loved ones is going to return. You understand? And listen, our brother Sawak is going to return back on this planet Earth.
That's right.
You understand? He's going to return in power. You understand? Listen, here's the beautiful thing. We don't, especially with us in the UPK, we don't mourn like people in the world mourn. You understand? People in the world mourn with no hope. Because they believe that there's a mythical sky, a mythical place in the sky that you go to and you stay there for eternity. And they believe that there's a mythical place underground that you go to and you stay there for eternity. You understand? So when they mourn, they're mourning because in their eyes, they're believing they're never going to see you again until they die and they go to this mythical place. And if they go to the opposite of where you go, God forbid, they will never see you again. But we mourn our brother departing us, but while mourning him departing, we know that he's coming back. We know we're going to receive our loved one again. You understand? You got Ecclesiastes?
What chapter, what verse?
First chapter, verse 9.
Come.
Go ahead and read.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be.
Is what?
is that which shall be.
The scriptures say the thing that hath been is that which shall be. Go ahead and read.
And that which is done is that which shall be done.
Go ahead.
And there is no new thing under the sun.
Listen, the scriptures say there is no new thing under the sun. Are you under the sun? That means you're not new. You've been recycled here before. You understand? The scriptures say the things that have been, meaning what the things that's been prior, is what shall be, meaning you've been here before and you're gonna be here in the future. There's nothing new under the sun. Everything recycles. You understand? Let's drop this. Let's go to chapter 12 of the same book. Go ahead, priest.
Shalaki, you forgot to read Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 10.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, verse 10. Is there anything whereof it?
Is there what?
Anything whereof it?
Go ahead.
May be said. See, this is new.
Is there anything that can happen under the sun where anybody can say, see, this is something new?
That's right.
This has never been here before. This is something completely new. We've never seen it.
That's
Go ahead and read it.
It hath been already of old time.
Read that again.
It hath been already of old time.
Read it one more time.
It hath been already of old time.
It's already been here before. You understand? Go ahead and read.
Which was before us.
This thing that you see has already been here before. You understand? You can't look at it like a new baby. This is why when we see newborn babies and they start doing stuff like in our mind, we be like, this is an old soul. There's a reason why we say it's an old soul. You understand? And people in the world, they say stuff like, they done definitely been here before. But in their mind, they're not wired to think what they're saying is actually true. They think what they're saying, they think they're just saying it as a joke. But you've been here before. You've definitely been here before. You're much older. Your spirit is much older than your body. You understand? Read on.
Verse 11. There is no remembrance of former things.
There's what?
No remembrance of former things.
So when the Lord brings you back on the earth, you're not going to remember the past life. You understand? You don't remember that. I don't remember that I was the great-great-great-grandfather of my father. I don't remember how I treated him. You understand? You don't remember how you treated me. You understand? Rapado, he don't remember how he treated his family, his father, his mother. He don't remember. He don't remember how his child treated him. You understand? But the scriptures say there's no new thing. What we do know is that they are back and they're coming back. You understand? Go ahead and read.
Neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after.
Listen, here's a perfect example. John the Baptist. You know who John the Baptist is?
I've heard of him, sir.
That's Christ's cousin.
Yes,
He would also be, according to the Christians, immaculately conceived. You understand? An angel came to John the Baptist's mother the same way he went to our king's mother and said that you're going to bear a son. You understand? He's going to be great. He's going to do a mighty work and he's going to pave the way. You understand?
Yes, sir.
John the Baptist came and he did all the work of Elijah. Why?
I'm not sure who Elijah is.
Shalaki, Elijah was John the Baptist.
That's what Christ said. Did John the Baptist say he was Elijah?
That's right.
Yeah, you're correct. John didn't believe he didn't say he was Elijah. Why?
Because he had no more members.
Get it, brother. The scriptures say when Elijah returned, you understand, he was going to bring a sword. He was going to turn the mother from the daughter. He was going to turn the son from the father. You understand? Just his work. You understand? He was going to pave the way for Christ. You understand? And when he was talking to his disciples, he didn't say, when he was talking to his disciples, he didn't say instantly that was John the Baptist. But while he was talking, his disciples knew that John the Baptist was Elijah. You want to read it?
Come on, sir.
Let's go to it. Matthew 17, I believe it is.
What verse, sir?
Give me 1 second. Start at verse 10.
Come on, sir. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 17, verse 10.
Come on with it.
And his disciples asked him, saying, Why then say the scribes that Elias must first come?
This is, when they say Elias, they're talking about Elijah. You understand? Elijah was, a lot of people that's uninformed, they believe Moses was the only one to make water, a big body of water split in two. You understand? In reality, there was more than one person. Elijah did it. Moses did it, but Elijah did it after Moses. You understand? And then, who else did it? The one that was following Elijah, Elijah, he did it. You understand? So, what you're reading is that his disciples asked him, saying, Why then say the scribes Elias or Elijah must first come? Go ahead and read.
Verse 11. And Jesus answered and said unto them,
And Yahweh shall answer.
You want me to that answer?
Mm-hmm.
And Yahweh shall answer.
Read it loud.
And Yahweh shall answer and said unto them, Elias truly shall first come and restore all things.
This is what Christ said to his disciples. He said, Elias truly, meaning you're correct, he must come and restore all things. Go ahead and read.
Verse 12. But I say unto you that Elias is come already.
He said, I say unto you that what?
Elias is come already.
How did Elias already come? Go ahead.
Because Elias had a past life.
That's the point. Get a brother a hand. You're absolutely correct.
That's great.
Elijah had a past life where he was Elijah. And at that time, there were certain people thinking just like our people today. They're thinking that Elijah, and the way they read about him, was going to actually come back. And he was going to be this mythical person, this magical person that was great, that can, you understand, call fire from the heaven like he did before. You understand? Like he was going to be the great prophet like he was before. But here's just like they say about Christ, our king, right? But here's the problem. When Elias came back, they didn't know who Elias was. Just like when Christ comes, if Christ was walking the earth today, how many people do you think would know that that's Christ?
No,
that's the point. When you come back, you're coming back in a whole new body.
That's right.
You understand? sometimes there's things going on in your body to where you have to be rejuvenated. You understand? And so the Lord, in His mercy, will take you and He'll allow that body to decay so He can put your spirit in a whole new, fresh body. You understand? So go ahead and read.
And they knew Him not.
And they what?
They knew Him not.
Elias was walking on the earth the same time Christ was, and they didn't know. Go ahead and read.
But have done unto Him whatsoever they listed.
Whatsoever they what?
They listed.
Go ahead.
Likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer of them.
Go ahead and read.
Verse 13.
Here's the kicker. Go ahead and read.
The disciples understood that He spake unto them of John the Baptist.
Of who?
John the Baptist.
Who was John the Baptist?
Elijah.
Get a brother hand.
That's right.
When you yield the ghost, when your body yields the spirit back to the Lord, when you take your final breath in this body, you go back to the Lord. You understand? You go back to the one that gave us the breath. You understand? And at that place you're judged, and then you come back onto this planet. Go ahead.
Well, it's like, so after this, I have one more question, and it's not really about like a real scripture right now, or maybe it is, but I want to know how, you know how people say that Moses walked up into the mountains and then he never came down?
First off, you understand this, what's your question right here, right?
What, from here, sir?
Yeah, do you understand the answer to your question right here?
Come, sir.
All right, we good here. Go ahead, what's your next question?
Um,
Rapah, can you check and see if there's any questions online about Kushel? Go ahead.
You know how people say that Moses went up to the mountains and never came back down? What?
Some people do say that. Some people are dumb. Go ahead.
Can you please tell me what actually happened, sir?
Here's what happened. When Moses went up on the mountain, he went to get the laws, statutes, and commandments from
That's
God.
right.
You understand? He went to go get our instructions. We came out of Egypt, and the Lord told Moses to go up to the mountains. That's where the Lord, first, where the Lord wrote the law with His finger on tablets of stone. You understand? And then when Moses came down, you understand, he saw we wanted Aaron to build false gods. Why? Because everybody don't believe in change. Change is hard. Change is very tough. Everybody don't believe in it. So what happened was we wanted Aaron to make us false idol gods so it can remind us of Egypt. And the Lord said, so like Moses said, those that are on the Lord's side, come over here. Those that want to be over there, stay over there. And Moses threw the tablets of stone down. You understand? A lot of people was unalive that day. Go ahead.
Why did he throw him down, sir?
In anger. He saw the people that he went above and beyond for. You understand? He saw the people that he loved so much that he went to Pharaoh time after time to get him to let Israel go. You understand? He led these people, and these people saw miracles. They saw the Lord work. And Moses was angry because even after all of this, our people still chose other false idol gods. Our people still wanted to go back to the same place that had us in chains. You understand? So a man of the Lord, sometimes we'll get angry and frustrated. Because at some point we're like, well, goddamn, like, when are you gonna get it? You understand? Go ahead.
When they said that after all that happened, and he went back up into the mountains, and that's where Howard took him.
No, he came back down. He came back down again. But the second time he went up, the Lord didn't write it with his fingers again. Moses had to do the writing. You understand? Then he came back down, and the people that was there with him, they went where they were supposed to go. There was another time where Moses went up on the mountains, and at that time, this was right before they was getting ready to cross over the Canaan's land. At that time, the Lord told Moses to look over and look at that land. And he told him, he said, you're not gonna see that land. You're not crossing over. Joshua had to take the children of Israel across. You understand? But the time before that, Moses came down. You understand? Any more questions? Any questions online? Let's get back to the topic. Get a Lord in here for these young men questions, man. Understand? It's good to have questions in every class you come to, because one day you're gonna aspire. I pray you aspire now to be a priest of the Lord. One day there's gonna be people that's gonna come to you for answers. People are gonna come to you saying, "What do I do in this situation? What happened here? How do I move?" And you're gonna have to say, "Well, we moved like this in the past." And when we moved like this in the past, things worked out for us. They was great for us. But then we started following other nations, like America. You understand? We started becoming afraid to separate from America. You understand? And because we became afraid, now all of a sudden we have to assimilate ourselves because we're too afraid to separate and be on our own. You understand? America. Why are we afraid? Because America did what the Egyptians did before. When we separate, they persecute. We separated before. In America, right here, we've separated. We built great cities, had banks, schools, what else? Hospitals. You understand? We did great. Number one in marriages. You understand? Last in divorce. We was great. Go ahead, please.
We even did NASA space program where they go out of space too.
That's a fact. You understand? We was doing absolutely amazing. And while we were doing amazing, our oppressors was doing absolutely horrible. You understand? The so-called white man was doing the absolute worst in America. So bad he called it the Great Depression.
That's right.
Why? He was depressed. We wasn't depressed. We was living good. You understand? Eating good, coming around each other, loving on each other. We wasn't hating and killing each other.
That's right.
We was living good. And because we was so joined together, 40 years removed from slavery, we built our own cities.
That's right.
From the ground up.
That's right.
You understand? Look how fast we built this school. A body of what? 5 to 8 men. You understand? Now, look at this school, what the Lord did through 8 men to build this school.
That's right.
Imagine a multitude of men with the same mindset to build cities for just us. That's what we did. And while we was up, they was down. And they got mad that they was down. And they bombed our cities. They started to unalive us. Because in their mind, as long as we're down, they can be up. As long as we can be going through our depression. And we've been through, 400 years of depression. We've had the greatest depression known to man.
That's right.
You understand? And because of this, because they couldn't get through a little time of depression, a little time of living down, they had to bomb our cities. You understand? And now, what's going on again? They feel America falling. And because they feel the anxiety of America falling, they know World War III is on the brink. I had a devil years ago tell me you might want to start stocking up on guns because pretty soon it's going to be me or you. And if you don't get me, I'm going to get you.
That's
A devil literally told me this at a gas station.
right.
You understand? They know that race wars is coming. Guess what? Race wars are here. ICE has brought, through Donald Trump, has brought race wars to our people's front door.
That's
Now it's time to separate again. It's time to stop loving America. Stop giving your spirit to America and actually turn back to the Most High. And turn back. Here's the one thing, General Muhammad said this, the greatest breakdown of this I've ever heard in my life. The one sure thing that we have against our enemies is the love that we have one to another.
That's right.
You understand? The sure thing that we have is love. That's what we have. You understand? Because everybody hates us. The air hates us. The water hates us. You go to Michigan, you can't drink the water in Michigan because it's poison.
That's right.
Literally. Go to South Carolina, North Carolina, you can't drink that water. Go to Charleston, North Carolina, it's poison. You understand? You go to certain places in Florida and Alabama, you can't drink the water because it's poison. Everything hates us. Even the air is poisonous. It hates us. So what do we have to do? We gotta love each other. Without loving each other, we're gonna die.
That's right.
And this is what our Hispanic brothers is finding out now. We need them niggas. Them niggas, we need them. Now, so-called black men, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna join hands with your brothers? Or are you gonna say, nah, nigga, you don't need me. You can't say nigga. Ain't this what we're hearing now? We're hearing that Hispanic people cannot say nigga. Guess what? Hispanics are niggas too.
That's right.
You understand? And if Yashikar come up to me and say, what's up, my nigga? I'm gonna say, my nigga, what's up? You understand?
That's right.
Why? Because that's my brother. And because I love my brother so much, I'm not going to allow the so-called white man and his oppression, you understand, to feel comfortable around me. So comfortable to where I make them feel like I love Donald Trump. I make them feel like I love America with them. You understand?
Come.
When they feel like you love America with them, then in their mind you're gonna turn over your brother. We're not at that time for you to turn over your brother. We've never been at that time. Our problem is we've always been thinking for 400 years of separating from each other. Now it's time to join together. You understand? Get Romans chapter 12. We start at verse 1.
This book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God.
By what?
The mercies of God.
Listen, I saw a post Capricorn put up online. It said one word, and I felt every bit of that word. You understand? All he said was in bold letters, mercy.
That's right.
You know what our Hispanic brothers need right now? They need mercy. They need mercy from the Lord. And us, as the Southern Kingdom, we think that it's going to stop with them. We don't believe that is going to come to our doors. You understand? When it's going to come. We think that they only hate the so-called Hispanics. They hate all of us. We're Israel together.
That's right.
This is why we have to come back together, because we're all, the scriptures say as long as they know that as long as we don't serve the Lord, they can keep us under their they can subdue it. I'm paraphrasing it. You understand? They can keep us under their control. You understand? The scripture also say that I saw kings walking the earth as servants. I saw servants upon horses. We're the kings that's walking the earth. You understand? And what's the best place for us to learn how to be kings on horses again? At the Lord's 56th annual Passover.
That's right.
You understand? Coming up in Atlanta, Georgia. You understand? April 12th. This is where you want to be. Be at the Lord's Passover. Join with your brothers, man. It's time for us to come together. The scriptures say, come together, O nation not desired. Gather yourselves together. Everybody hate us. Let's love each other. Let's start at the 56th annual Passover. And every other Passover outside of the ISUBK is not sanctioned by the Lord. You understand? So if you're in these fake Israelite camps, make your way to the Lord's 56th at the Lord's only Passover. You understand? In Atlanta, Georgia. Go ahead and read. Start from the top.
Book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
I beseech you, therefore, of God.
Read it again.
I beseech you, therefore. Slide it.
I beseech you, therefore, but you're good. Go ahead.
I beseech you, therefore, brethren,
Mm-hmm.
by the mercies of God,
Go ahead.
that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice.
That you do what?
Present your bodies a living sacrifice.
Listen, you can't do what you want to do with your body.
That's right.
Because it don't belong to you.
That's
You understand? Your body belongs to the Lord. Your body, when you're moving, you have to learn to move in the mindset of you represent the Lord. You understand? Sisters, you can't do what the hell you want to do. I'm sorry to break it to you. Well, I'm not sorry. You understand? Your body don't belong to yourself. That flesh that you're in belongs to our power. You understand? The one that rules heaven and earth. You understand? And you're to present that flesh back to the Lord. Read on.
Holy.
What?
Holy.
What?
Holy.
You're supposed to present that your bodies a living sacrifice to the Lord, holy, meaning separate from everybody else. Because the Lord made it to Rapah, if you could, get Deuteronomy 76. You understand? You can't. The problem with us is we've been doing what the hell we've been wanting to do for over 200 years now. You understand? Since removed from slavery, ever since we came out of, since they bombed our cities and we've been subject to them again. You understand? We've been doing what the hell we want to do, which is why we can't come up as a nation. You understand? When you have to understand that you're not a so-called nigger. You're the greatest thing walking the earth. You're not a spick or a savage. You're the greatest thing walking the earth. And because you're the greatest thing walking the earth, you have to present your body a living sacrifice to the Lord. You understand? There's rules that come with being the greatest thing walking the earth. You have rules. You have laws. And it's time to live by it. You got that, priest? Go ahead and read.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6.
Go ahead.
Thou art a holy people.
The Lord said you are a holy people. You understand? Meaning what? You're separate. You're not like everybody else. The Lord divided the nations. If he wanted you to be like everybody else, he would have kept everybody together. You understand? If the Lord wanted everybody to be like everybody, he would have never divided the nations. There would be no land called China, a land called Iran, or Russia. Everything would be a huge melting pot for everybody. Every land would say everybody welcome. You understand? That's if the Lord wanted that. But the Lord don't want that. He divided the nations, and he called so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians holy. He said you're separate. You're better than everybody else. Go ahead and read.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Unto who?
The Lord thy God.
You're holy unto the Lord. Meaning the Lord separated you from everybody else. You're his people. You understand? Go ahead and read.
the Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people.
Go ahead.
Unto himself.
Unto who?
Himself.
The Lord chose you to be special to himself. We walk around, listen, you got Christian church today. How many niggas you understand, walking into that trash of a Christian church? You understand, being taught that those monsters over there imitating us are the real people of God. And they're sending their last dollars to them. If those were the real Jews, why you gotta send your last dollars to them? They already own the diamond district. You understand? They're already running the music industry. Why do they need your money? You understand? You're the greatest thing walking. The Lord didn't choose them evil, dirty, nasty, stinking bastards. He chose you, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
That's why
he chose you to be special to himself. Go ahead.
That's why I love him. To himself. Above all people.
Above who?
All people.
Go ahead and read.
That are upon the face of the earth.
Listen, the Lord made you greater than everybody walking the planet. You understand? If you're so-called black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, just know that when you look around and you see somebody that's Chinese, you see somebody that's Japanese, you understand? You see somebody that's the so-called white man, for God's sake. Come on now. You understand? You see the so-called Arab. You see the so-called African. They're the ones who put the big ass plates in your lips. You understand? They take showers in cow manure. You understand? You're greater than them. You're the greatest thing. Put in your mindset that they're beneath you. You understand? This is why we're told to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Because in doing so, we'll rule the world. We have the cure. This is the medicine. This is medicine. This is our medicine. And not only is it medicine for our condition as a people, it's medicine for us as individuals. You understand? As an individual, what is the law, statutes, and commandments going to do? It's going to teach you to be better. You understand? It's going to teach you to love yourself. Instead of smoking weed, you're going to put the weed down because you're going to be like, well, goddamn, if I keep smoking, I'm going to die. You understand? And then you start to love your people. Once you love, then you can really say Black Lives Matter and mean it. You understand? Go back to Romans 12. Romans 12:2.
Give me just pick up Patterson.
Go ahead.
Acceptable unto God.
Go ahead.
Which is your reasonable service.
Listen, the least you can do. It said this is your reasonable service. The least you can do is present your bodies acceptable unto the Lord. You understand? The least you can do is obey the law, statutes, and commandments. We got so much food to eat. Do you have to eat crab? That's not a luxury. You understand? Officer Shapat posted something the other day. I think it was yesterday or the day before. He shared a video. You got people digging through mud, finding crabs. In mud, trapped in mud. And our people think that that's a luxury? You understand? You can't not eat shrimp and lobster. You can't not eat pork. You're the greatest thing walking the earth. Can you learn to not be a peasant for a change and understand that there's royalty in your blood? The least you can do is present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto the Lord. Go ahead and read.
Verse 2. And be not conformed to this world.
And do what?
Be not conformed to this world. Listen,
the scriptures say, be not conformed to this world. That means don't do what the world do. What's popular? What they said, twerking on the headlight at a red light. Don't do that. Don't do that. The world say it's okay to go steal another man's wife. Don't do that.
That's right.
You understand? The world say it's okay if you have an argument with your man, or he loses his job, or you understand, or he ain't treating you how you think he should treat you, that you should leave him and go get another man. Don't do that. These things will get you unalived by the Lord. You understand? The world says it's okay to be gay. Don't do that. You understand? These things will get you unalived by the Lord. You understand? Go ahead and read.
But be ye transformed.
But be what?
Ye transformed.
Go ahead.
By the renewing of your mind.
Listen, the scriptures say, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. What does that mean? You have to allow your brain to be washed. You understand? Allow the Lord to wash that garbage of the ways of America off your mind. You understand? Put off the old man so you can put on the new. You understand? Put on incorruptible. Put on the law, statutes, and commandments. Put on this holy garment. You understand? Go ahead and read.
That ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect.
Perfect.
Will of God.
Listen. And doing this, drop that in Ezekiel 37. And doing this, you'll prove what's good and what's perfect. You understand? You'll start to love yourself. You start to love the Lord the proper way. You understand? The scriptures say, he that say he loveth me, and I'm paraphrasing it, he that say he loveth me keepeth not my commandments. The same is a lie, and the truth is not in him. You understand? You want to learn to love the Lord by obedience. Go ahead.
For what verse, sir?
Verse 1. Hold on. Always wait till you're told to read. Understand? My man. So whenever you Salaki, go ahead and read.
Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
The hand of the Lord was upon me.
Go ahead.
And carried me out in the spirit of the Lord.
Listen, the hand of the Lord was upon Ezekiel, and he carried him out in the spirit of the Lord. What does that mean? Go ahead, please.
Carry out in the spirit.
How did he do that?
He left his body right there. He carried out in the spirit.
Was it like how the world say astral projecting, or was it break it down?
It was he had a vision of him walking out of the spirit. He's asleep or not, but he had a vision of him walking in the spirit with the angel.
Get it, brother. This is exactly what happened. The Lord gave Ezekiel a vision. You understand? He was carried out in the spirit by an angel. The angel took him to see something in a vision.
Yes,
you understand? Many men today have visions. You understand? The angel of the Lord showed Captain Barr MILWAUKEE. Showed Captain Barr this building. Showed him how to build it up, how he wanted it to look. You understand? This is how the angel of the Lord moved. You understand? Angel of the Lord will show you. This angel of the Lord showed Commanding General Yohana that ISUPK was not going to die. He showed Commanding General Yohana a full ISUPK. And what are we seeing today? It's growing every day, stronger and stronger. You understand? This is visions that the Lord gives his priests and prophets. You understand? Go ahead and read.
and set me down in the midst of the valley.
And set him where?
In the midst of the valley.
Go ahead.
Which was full of bones.
Which was full of what?
Full of bones.
Go ahead.
Verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
And caused me to pass by them.
Go ahead.
Round about.
Mm-hmm.
And behold, there were very many in the open valley.
There was what?
Very many in the open valley.
Listen, Ezekiel saw a valley full of dry bones. There was a lot of them. You understand? What is this a metaphor for? Did he see real dry bones, or did he see something else? I just gave him the answer. Good. I just gave him the answer, and I ain't even mean to.
Something else, sir?
What else did he see? Let me see if the young man can get it.
Can you repeat the question real quick, sir?
The angel of the Lord took Ezekiel into a valley that was full of dry bones. He didn't really see bones that was laying down that was dry. He saw something else, correct? What else did he see? What was the real bones that was dry?
Israel.
Give the brother a hand. He saw people. You understand? What does it mean to be dry?
Unwashed. Unwashed.
Without the truth.
That's the point. You go outside that door and you start looking around, you're going to see a lot of dry bones. A lot of Israel princes and princesses of the power.
That's right.
Without the truth. These are Israelites with dry bones. Right outside, next door. You understand? As soon as you walk outside the door, these young ones, you see the police going by every night, speeding. Why? Because you got an Israelite in that car, driving past without the truth. You understand? The Israelite is on a high-speed chase, running from the cops, because he don't have the truth. He didn't know that John 3:16 was for him. You understand? So when you're reading this, think of as soon as you walk outside the door. You understand? Go ahead. Verse 3.
Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live?
And the Lord said to Ezekiel, he said, Son of man, which is another thing. Hey, give Captain Starry out your hand.
That's
You
right.
understand? So much patience dealing with Christians that don't know the Bible, that think they know the Bible. You understand? When the scriptures say son of man, it's not only talking about Christ. You understand? It's a son of man. You're a son of man. I'm a son of man. You understand? Are we men? Do you plan on having children one day? Your children is going to be a son of man. You understand? The Lord said, Son of man, can these bones live? What does that mean? Break that down, young man. What do you think that means?
I think he's like asking if
Gotta be in the classroom. What do you think it means? Can these bones live? What gives you life?
the Spirit, like the Lord.
How?
commandments.
Get a brother a hand.
That's right.
This is what gives you life. You understand? So the Lord told Ezekiel, he said, son of man, can these bones live? Meaning what? Can these people have life? You understand? Go ahead and read.
And I answered, O Lord Yahweh,
They say, oh Lord.
O Lord, thou knowest. Verse 4.
Thou what?
Thou knowest.
And this is what Ezekiel said back to the Lord. He said, listen, Lord, you know. You understand? There's been many times as a priest and prophet where you're sent out to people to talk to the people, to teach the people. And sometimes the people just don't want the truth. You understand? But who ultimately knows if that person is going to get the truth or not?
The Lord.
That's the point. You understand? That's why Ezekiel responded the way he responded. You understand? Ezekiel knew that life comes from the law, statutes, and commandments. You understand? The scriptures say, keep the commandments and live. So Ezekiel knew that life comes from that. You understand? But he also knew that Israel is a stubborn, stiff-necked people. You understand? He also knew that Israel don't always want the law, statutes, and commandments. They don't want the truth always. Israel is going to do what they want to do. So Israel said, Lord, you know if they can live or not. You understand? Go ahead and read.
Verse 4. Again, he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones.
Prophesy.
Prophesy upon these bones.
Mm-hmm.
And say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 5. Thus saith the Lord unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you.
And this is what we do every time we go to camp. You understand? Every time there's a new person that walk through these doors, they come to class. This is what we're doing. Whatever topic that's being taught, you understand? Whatever question is being answered, we're prophesying to dry bones. You understand? We're telling the winds to come so they can breathe the breath of life into the dry bones. Why? Because we want Israel to live. Just like Paul said, I would that all Israel be saved. You understand? Ezekiel knew that his job was to do what the Lord said. He went and prophesied to the dry bones. You understand? Go ahead and read.
And ye shall live.
And ye shall what?
Ye shall live.
Ezekiel said, the Lord is going, he said, behold, I will cause breath to come into you, and you're going to live. Go ahead and read.
Verse 6. And I will lay sinews.
I will lay what?
Sinews
Mm-hmm.
upon you.
Go ahead.
And will bring up flesh upon you.
And will do what?
Bring up flesh upon you.
What is that? What does that mean? What do you think that means?
Kids.
Huh?
Kids, sir.
Mm-mm.
Flesh.
I'm gonna cause. Think. It's a valley of dry bones, right? Go ahead.
Like make them reborn. Like.
Yes and no. You understand? Here's how I want you to think. It's a valley of nothing but bones. Say a skeleton is right there. You got a skeleton. Nothing's there. That skeleton has to receive life. You understand? So you're prophesying to the skeleton. You're saying, I'm going to cause sinews to come upon you, and flesh is going to cover. What is that?
Sinews means.
That's your muscles and everything, man. That's all that. Go ahead, priest.
Um, um, I'm practice and do the truth and the law, statutes, commandments. I'm gonna practice. I'm gonna tell you the truth about the law, statutes, and commandments, and the truth and the negative.
So here's what sinews is according to definition. That's the spiritual side, right? Here's what sinews is. When it say I'm a cover you with sinews, and then flesh is gonna cover you. Sinews is a piece of fibrous tissue uniting muscle to bone. You understand? So these are your muscles that cover up your bones. Go ahead.
Another need me because it's not it's in Ezekiel 37. It means something other than something.
That's correct. But we ain't even get there yet. You jumping. You jumping, priest. You understand? I'm trying to break it down so where he can grasp it. You understand? So when you read it, when the scriptures say sinews, you understand? He said, I'm gonna put muscles, I'm gonna put joints and muscles, and I'm gonna cover the bone with the muscles. And then flesh. What is flesh? That's the point. I'm gonna put the flesh over top of the muscles. You understand? To protect the muscles. Now what is that? Spiritually, what does that mean?
Spiritually means I'm gonna put the law, statutes, commandments, and I'm gonna put people around you so they can know the law, statutes, commandments, and they gonna help you, and you gonna help them.
That's the point. You understand? When the scriptures say that I'm gonna put sinews upon you and I'm gonna cover you up with flesh. You understand? That's the Lord telling you that He's gonna cover you up with your culture. You understand? You're not gonna be out here naked no more. That's the problem. We're walking. Our people are walking out around like Adam and Eve. You understand? When the Lord want us to be clothed. He don't want us to be out here just dry bones. The Lord wants us to be fully clothed. You understand? And because He wants us to be fully clothed, He gave us the law, statutes, and commandments. He gave us our own culture. A lot of people look at this and they'll be like, well, this is religion. You understand? If you think it's religion, you can keep thinking it's religion. You understand? But there are a group of us that knows that this is a way of life. It's not a religion, it's a culture. It's a way of life. It's how we live. You understand? That's why you heard General Muhammad say before, you got people that read the Bible, and then you have us, the ones who live it. Why? Because we take it past religion. You understand? That way it becomes sinews and flesh. And then it becomes, I don't want to jump, you understand? It becomes clothes to us. It covers our dry bones so we're no longer naked. You understand? We're no longer dry. Go ahead and read.
And cover you with skin. And put breath in you.
And do what?
Put breath in you.
How does the Lord put breath into you? What is the breath of life? It's right there in your brain. Go ahead and say it. That's the point. Get a young man.
That's right.
That's right there. As soon as it come up, say that first. You understand? Because here's the thing. You know the answer, but you're fighting with yourself. You're fighting with yourself. Do I really know it? Is it gonna be right? Should I say it? Even if it's not right, say it. You understand? Because you're gonna get the right answer, and it just so happened you knew the right answer. You understand? The breath of life is the law, statutes, and commandments. When the Lord told us, when the Lord said He breathed the breath of life into Adam, Adam is already alive. You understand? And the Lord gave him the law, statutes, and commandments, meaning what? He taught him a better way to live, so that he could be above everybody else on the earth. You understand? Go ahead and read.
And ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Lord.
Go ahead.
Verse 7. So I prophesied
Go ahead.
as I was commanded. And as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together.
Listen, the scripture said, as Ezekiel began to prophesy, there was a noise and a shaking. You understand? And bones started to come together. You understand? Go ahead.
Bone to his bone.
What?
Bone to his bone.
Read it again.
Bone to his bone.
What does that mean?
Like everybody's becoming one.
That's the get a brother hand, man. That's the point. You understand? When the scripture say bone to his bone, you want to know what the Hispanics need right now? They need bone to bone. That's what they need. They need Judah to join with them. Two sticks became one. They're about to become one real soon, sooner than you think. You understand? The two sticks are going to become one. Bone is going to be joined to bone. You understand? All of this, what we're getting ready to witness, is what Ezekiel saw. You understand? This is the valley of dry bones. You understand? And when somebody wakes up and comes into the truth, you understand? Rapayala came into the truth. Later on, I came into the truth. And guess what? I joined to him. My bone joined to his bone. We're no longer separate no more. Now we're brothers. You understand? Go ahead and read.
Verse 8. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews in the flesh came up upon them, and the skin covered them above.
And the skin did what?
Covered them above.
Read on.
But there was no breath in them.
Yeah, but there was what?
No breath in them.
Listen, they was no longer naked. You understand? But they wasn't alive yet. There was no breath. Go ahead and read.
Verse 9. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind.
Prophesy to what?
Unto the wind.
Go ahead.
Prophesy, son of man, and and say to the wind, thus say the Lord, come from the four winds, O breath.
Listen, the Lord told him to prophesy to the wind and say, come from all the four winds, all from the four corners of the earth. Come together. You understand? Go ahead and read.
And breathe upon these slain.
And do what?
Breathe upon these slain.
Go ahead.
That they may live.
Listen, The Lord told him to prophesy to the four winds and tell the wind to breathe yourself on the slain. How are they slain if they're alive? Mm-hmm.
I don't know what slain means.
That means they're not living. You ever heard the term dead man walking? Dead man walking. You never heard that? Yeah, you heard that before, haven't you? Yeah. You know what that is? Anybody that's not in the truth, anybody that don't follow the laws, statutes, and commandments,
That's
are
right,
dead man walking. You understand? When the scriptures say, "Come from the four wind and breathe on the slain, that they may live," He's telling the wind to breathe the breath of life. You understand? So now they won't be dead men walking no more. They'll be alive. You understand? Go ahead and read.
Verse 10. So I prophesied. Wait, slow. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived.
And they did what?
And they lived.
You want to know why it's so important for us to join to our Hispanic brothers? Because they deserve to live too. You understand? They deserve life. They deserve the breath of life too. You understand? That's why it's so important you see why our jobs are so important. You understand? Listen, Christ can't come back to a one-sided nation. He can't come back to a nation of people that's clicking up because they refuse to go join themselves with their brothers. The hell are we clicking up for? We refuse. You do that, you can do that garbage in the world. You understand? We refuse to go to our brothers for what? Did we not know that Hispanics helped us in our time of need?
That's right.
You understand? When we was in slavery, does the black man not know that Hispanics was there to give us aid? The North American Indians was there to aid us.
That's right.
And what thanks are they getting in return? You understand? This is why it's important for us to love each other and come together, because they deserve the breath of life. They need it now more than ever. They need it.
That's right.
They need to know that God is on their side.
That's all right.
You understand? That the devil hates them, but God is stronger than the devil.
That's
America
right.
may have a great army. You understand? They may feel like nothing can stop them from doing what they're doing. You understand? But our Hispanic brothers, and our Native American Indian brothers and sisters, they deserve to know that there is a far greater army that can and will protect them from any hurt, harm, and danger from those evil bastards, man. They deserve to know that. You understand? And under Commanding General Yohana, they're gonna know. They're gonna know the truth. And the truth is gonna make them free. The truth is gonna give them life. And guess what? What a glorious day that's gonna be.
That's right.
You understand? When two sticks become one. You understand? When Esau forces us to join together. Listen, these monsters don't even know that they're forcing us together.
That's right.
They don't understand what they're doing to themselves. By persecuting our brothers, you're forcing us to join with them even more. And I thank you for it. I thank you for it. Because in us joining together, now we can provoke our king to come back.
That's right.
We can provoke our power to tell our king to come back and save us from this hellhole and place us in our land. You understand? Go ahead and read.
And stood up upon their feet, and exceeding great army.
Read that again.
An exceeding great army.
And they stood up what?
and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army.
Listen, when we finally, as a nation, come together, we're going to stand up as an exceeding great army. And that day, you're going to see the 144,000. You're going to see Israel in its power. You understand? You're going to see something that America wished. Listen, America's about to awake. They're about to wake up the bed. You hear what you know the saying? Where don't help me, help the bed. America's about to wake the bed. You understand? They're finna wake up a sleeping lion.
That's right.
And I'm thankful that they're doing it. So what a glorious day it is going to be when we can do unto them as they've done to us. You understand? It's going to be a day where the same thing that they're doing to us, I'm gonna call mine black ice. They call theirs ice. I'm gonna call mine black ice. You understand?
That's right.
And we're gonna go find them and deport them. We're gonna treat them as. Here's the thing: do we know that they're really deporting them, or could they be being put in cages and being abused? You understand? Like those women and children on the border. You understand? That's supposed to have been back in their country by now, still in cages, like animals. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call a group of men black ice. It's gonna be black ice ops. You understand? And they're gonna hunt down the so-called white man. And what's gonna happen is they're gonna go and find them, and they're gonna put them in cages. You did this to us. The Lord said, happy shall he be that reward you as you've rewarded us. It's going to be a glorious day when we can do the same thing. You understand? Read on.
Verse 11. Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel.
These bones are what?
The whole house of Israel.
Drop down to verse 16.
Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 16.
Go ahead.
Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions.
Who is that? Who is the companions of Judah?
His kids.
What makes up the kingdom of Judah?
His tribes, his Gadite tribe, his Ephraim tribe.
Allah. The kingdom of Judah is made up of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. When it says, take one stick and write on it Judah, the children of Israel and his companions. Benjamin and Levi are the children of Israel. They're the companions of Judah. Go ahead and read.
Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel.
For who?
For all the house of Israel.
So Judah becomes the head tribe of the southern kingdom. Ephraim becomes the head tribe of the northern kingdom. Who's Ephraim today? You know?
He said it was Ephraim, and who said today it caught me the cross.
Would be who? sorry, not admit it.
I'm not sure, sir.
All right, here go the answer. You ready for it? Reply y'all.
Puerto Ricans.
These are the so-called Ephraimites today. You understand? Ephraim was the head tribe of the northern kingdom. You understand? And then it says, for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel. The house of Israel is the rest. It's everybody else that's not Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. You understand? You got Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Simeon, Issachar. Who else? Yeah, we got God. You understand? It's 12 tribes. You understand? Naphtali. It's 12 tribes. 3 of those tribes make up the southern kingdom. The rest of them make up the northern kingdom. You understand? Now, let's see what the Lord wants for the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. All right? Let's read on. Verse 17.
Verse 17. And join them one to another into one stick.
And do what?
And join them one to another into one stick.
Why did the Lord say join them one to another into one stick? What's the purpose in 2 sticks coming together?
Make it into one large stick.
Huh?
Make it into one large stick.
If it's one large stick, what does that mean? They're not what anymore? Huh? You got 2 sticks. They come together. When they come together, what are they not no longer?
2 sticks.
That's the point. They're not no longer separate into 2 sticks. But they're what?
One stick.
They're one stick. That's the point. The Lord wants blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to no longer be two split nations. He wants us to be one complete nation, like it was before.
That's
Go ahead and read.
And they shall become one in thine hand.
Go ahead.
Verse 18. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not shew us what thou meanest by these?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 19. Say unto them, Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim,
Mm-hmm.
in the tribe of Israel, his fellows,
Read on.
and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah,
Read on.
and make one stick, and they shall be one in my hand.
Come on with it.
Verse 20. And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes.
Go ahead.
Verse 21. And say unto them, Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen.
From where?
Among the heathen.
Where are we scattered right now?
Among the heathen.
That's the point. That's why James said to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. You understand? We're scattered among the heathens. The Lord said he's going to take us from among the heathens. Go ahead and read.
Whither they be gone,
Mm-hmm.
and will gather them on every side,
Come on with it.
and bring them into their own land.
Go ahead.
Verse 22. And I will make them one.
And I will do
nation.
what?
I will make them one nation.
What does blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians need to become again?
One nation
Go ahead.
in the land upon the mountains of Israel.
Come on with it.
And one king shall be king to them all.
Listen, this is what the Lord is talking about. He's gonna get this is after World War III. You understand? When one king is gonna be over all of us. You understand? Here on the planet Earth. You understand? Right now we do have one king over all of us. That's Christ. But when Christ returns, everybody's gonna see our king. You understand? Christ is gonna come back. That's why I said I'm thankful for our oppressors doing what they're doing.
That's right.
You understand? They're bringing the two sticks back together. You understand? And in bringing the two sticks back together, they're provoking our king to come back, and then he's gonna be Lord over all. He's gonna rule. You understand? And we're gonna be one underneath our king. Go ahead and read.
In the land of one place. And they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all.
Listen, at that day, we will not be joined. It's like we will not be separated from each other again. You understand?
That's right.
Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians will learn to love each other again. You understand? This is what we need. Get Matthew chapter 22, and we'll start at verse 36. This is what we need. We need blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to learn to love each other again. You understand? And in that day, it's going to happen. You understand? Our king is going to return to a nation of people that love each other.
That's right.
You understand? We're gonna love each other so much that we're not gonna be afraid to die for one another if necessary. You understand? The scriptures say, "Greater love hath no man than this, and the man lay down his life for a friend."
That's right.
You understand? Hispanics knew in the time of slavery when we was running from our oppressor. You understand? And they housed us. They knew that they was sacrificing their lives by aiding us. You understand? So it's time for us to do the same. It's time for us to love them like they loved us. You understand? It's time for us to love each other. Go ahead and read.
So, what was the chapter and verse?
Chapter 22, verse 36.
This book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 36.
Start at verse 35.
Matthew chapter 22, verse 35. Then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempting him, and saying, Master, which is the great commandment in the law? Verse 37. Yahushua said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind.
Listen, this is the first commandment. This is the greatest commandment. You understand? Christ said the greatest commandment in the law is that you love the Lord with everything you have, with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind. Meaning what? Don't give your spirit to the world. Give your spirit to the Most High. Give it to these laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? Love your brother. You understand? Love yourself so much that you're going to love your people. You understand? Love the Lord so much that you decide that if you have to die for keeping the law, like that mother did with her 7 sons in the book of Maccabees, that you're willing to do it. You understand? Because you love the Lord that much that you know that He's gonna bring you back, and your loved ones will receive you again in a glorious state because you love Him. You understand? The scripture says, love the Lord with everything you have. Go ahead and read.
Verse 38. This is the first and great commandment.
This is the first and the great commandment. Meaning this is the greatest commandment of all the commandments. Go ahead and read.
Verse 39. And the second is like unto it.
And the second is what?
Like unto it.
Meaning the second one is just as important as the first. You understand? Go ahead.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Thou shalt do what?
Love thy neighbor as thyself.
Here's what our Hispanic brothers need right now. They need us to love them like we love ourselves.
That's where
You understand? The Northern Kingdom need the Southern Kingdom to love them like we love ourselves. You understand? Go ahead and read.
Verse 40. On these 2 commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
On these 2 commandments hang the whole law. This is how we get the kingdom of heaven back. You understand? We've had it before under King David. We had the kingdom of heaven. We know what it's like for Israel to be on top of the world. You understand? We've been there before. This is how we get it back and never lose it again. You understand? By loving each other. You understand? With that, we're ISUPK started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, since 1969. We're not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group on the planet. That's my time, Israel. Shalom.